Alright, on mine not Tirasi or Jabwazi or Power 97.9 and I face so TV XYZ. Does that mean kind of men's at times one dance a pano or via watch the shoots come and out to show and then Obaba Boami pens and some woodwa Yati free garden and penny for you know. FIA Sika 722 ya Ajego. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Anuya Obakasa Chair Ghana for and when you may ya His Excellency Nanado Danko Kufa Ghana Mampeyi and also the Nanism ever two job Chair Kwanya was say wabo and the Atua Ebaba G free Sao or how Imo. Mesa Macha Kwaba.
You call me Joseph.
What will share it here? What can you make in home? Momentum, and what drink check so now face WhatsApp line on your display or screen or so. And I so Facebook Live Power 979 at TVXYZ Ghana. Mamu share Ghana web no Ghana for more man on it. Omanye Capsules or my drink check more and some odwa. I go so ne your man penny and anudi some or the betuga and ra. I feel so Mamu dear to TVXYZ Ghana. Omanye Capsules. Mamu share with YouTube XYZ broadcasting. Make sure to subscribe button or the cares are no teams instead of a done then you ban for mama on Sabeka Yajumedi Ahodo Mensa. Maybe I was already your dika diagnose a problem in on Koroba. Solutions no na empenifono ebi ediaba. To say Kanema Penny John Mahama Yateninka, His Excellency Nanado Danko Kufa Yateninka and Ra. We are Ghanani, we will be a Uboja. In fact, we are pressure group. Our Uboja would swept a Jadigua mine show. Ye fama mpenyi na nado danko Akufo-Addo anu di sema enu na na wo hwe animu se wode betu dwa be ma ahoto abana
you come me that say and no pay mamefa konya so na mentia Power FM etifo ne ahwefo nyina kwame am say before o mapenyi be kasa no minya kwanya make some predictions for media or central for frame besides say your expectations anything Minya konya bobo expectations be so, but in summary, me can say enka menya pass enka menya jidi senka o mampenyi eba be kasa. But because of NSC pain, any kind of mampenyi fa so be kasa yenti no. E ma mi said nya jidi bia say bi papa bi be free ne kasa ye na o be kasa ni mu aba. Kwame enu enumre mi ti o mampenyi wiye no. I felt sad to say I was vindicated. Now my record say I was vindicated. I thought say for once, Omanye was going to prove a lot of us wrong and set a new path for or a new direction for Naban. Kwame, Emra Omanye, the Omanye baye no is nothing short of empty rhetorics.
Kasa
kwa bibienu. Eye kasa keke sebe mframa no mampenyi ebebogu yeso wo mampenyi starte ne presentation no jitu mu se ampa we are in a crisis you wa hohihiamo but after admitting say you wa hohihiamo no he failed to take responsibility for the crisis ena obeblemu edwumfo ma say edwumfo ma ena ama say Omanye mo ayeden
because of peja no mabom anya no kre
Kwame you see ade adwomfo no ma no ye no e ade afa no price recovery isi wo babia Kwame obi didwa ode 1000 Ghana cedis akofa no ma because of inflation tino obeto no ma no be we 1 week time no okofa the same no ma na obekọ na bo na do 1005 it will call 1,000 on the coffee no man or turn on the 1,000 no qua won't mean for no money bill. Until they predict the rate of inflation and they do price adjustments. Said about your beton we no when 1,005. Said about your qua wait master for no money be beton. If no price recovery.
It is so musu say board be cost no.
Influomo. It is a idea a man any market is this it's a free market. And the factors of the market will play out anyway, whatever happens. Into what abino? What does all the normal go come to ensure say the conditions necessary for such price recovery actions do not exist? And yes, sir, if all the factors necessary for price recovery exist, the market women will engage in price recovery. Because on turn normal we in 1,000 cities. No on say okwakofa no mana baby obeba na wokona no mana do 1005 no ntimi mfa no mana enti why na create sa problem na ma say inflation edu over 60% in tier and a man no edumfo my price recovery. That is a responsibility of the economic management team, including the president. So untimi ma me blame edumfo ma and leave yourself. Into what Omanye by here, no, he blamed everybody but himself. He failed to take responsibility yet again. Kwame, for how long? Omanye by cause portion blame. Kwame, apart from that, we no. Ade bakwa nanka ye expect so Omanye by kan ho asem. Eye ade friend no fuel prices. Kwame Omanye temi, in say to petrol mo a e affect bibia. All the determinants ade friend price determinants. Ade a kire ekwane adwumfo ma e price omo goods and services.
Yeah.
One of the factors Ghana e fuel prices. Fango bo kosro pe bibia bo be kosro. It is all person no ma bo kosro a ekofoma and one say wedding obete fango so Omanye be catch yen say fango no a global crude prices and a silly depreciation and I'm a fango bokoso.
Yeah.
Omanye was not entirely truthful.
Oh, sir.
Yeah,
let's just say
okay. But he was being economical with the truth.
Baby,
your cans indeed crude prices it determine prices. And it's a very big price build up of fuel. The price build up at the OMCs. Your crude prices on the world market, your exchange with dollar board, and at taxes. Omanye deliberately, disingenuously took away the tax component. A tuono. Enti fango no boa manone dollar boa and a tuo. Sa no mami ensa the cabo me nya fango boa wo dwaman so. Fango boa manone aban untimi control. Exchange rate wait ma control by say wan kasa agya tum say aginsemu. Enti eno aginsemu eto no so eto no so aginsemu. Kwame den na samri ya me no kasa ye da so tua price stabilization and recovery levy. Den na samri ya kasa da so tua COVID tax on petrol. Den na samri ya kasa da so tua your friend is saying sanitation tax, boiler tax or petrol. I didn't see any say tua sa to ya wa bobo. Me na so ya to akese. Kwame me nka say ye ho hia. But I'm saying so oh man penyu wan kasa wa gya to say your crisis. Yeah. It's the crisis now so we bibi ma Ghana for ho hin han. That's right. Enti eto ni bi wo ho a te say COVID, Kwame COVID ntwam. So a pam COVID. Yeah. COVID. And all kind. So a pam no. Kwame COVID bae ye de hu no ma nyina ho akade ye de regulations use of sanitizer, use of nose mask, COVID restrictions when it be by restrictions are COVID de buy nyina ye free apart from COVID tax. COVID tax na the tax in the so jina ho. COVID hu no ma nyina ko se o COVID be yen kase hye nose mask bi o yen kase wo horonsa obi amfa thermometer ma hwe mo so but hu sika die airporter but sika eto a COVID de buy de eto no wo adentia. You see, cover the twaka. San no man na Ghana for share them senka. San no man Omanye be ye free ho ama a normal bo ayeden akofo ma Ghana for high home. Ya nten wasem. Kwame de toso miensa. Aye den and economy a wo Omanye nkasa gya tum say we are in a crisis. It has got over 120 ministers. Aye den. One na wagya tum say we are in a crisis. We no we say we betis our appoint his salary by 30%. Kwame. Over crisis more, you cut your coat according to your size. Yeah. This is the time to reduce the number of ministers. But Boami Ntiase, some number of ministers are semi ya tight to say Mumubi Motaika, the Kramakabida, and opposition for also Taika. Said number of ministers sending for more a presidency or Modoso. Say or how a war or minor boss was say Kwame minister the average salary of a minister is 16,000 Ghana cedis a month. Into a year you are talking over a year you are talking about let's say 180,000 200,000 Ghana cedis. Afibia. Wow. For one minister. Multiply so one ni fuel allowance lankusu be yusu ne esgratia obeje ne health allowance hwanhwane allowance all these things
it's 125 plus over 1,000 how many or more presidency
hono it you say Kwame on ministers to do Ghana you bit me I use 60 ministers even 50 yet krumana regional ministers no more deputy regional ministers woman penyoba na see there be unu so deputy regional ministers be we hear deputy regional ministers in front your friend is saying regions name function because you have apart from the political heads you have administrative civil servants in the system so you don't need plenty political appointees
but then also what to almost salary so
yes
30%.
But that is not the solution. Cut down the ostentation, bring it to 60, sack all your deputy ministers. I don't see why Ministry of Information have 3 deputy ministers. I don't see why we should have that now. When you, the president, you are telling us we are in a crisis. I don't see why we should have. Your friend is saying. I don't see why the Ministry of Finance should have 3 deputy ministers. 1 minister, 3 deputy ministers plus a minister of state in charge of finance. What mean that the JAKO crisis? Instead of you to sack them, what are so to? Can you cry a month for wow MPs a year press conference? A Kasaka says a unifru or not to associate. Because you see, and Makase Omanpenyi Onwa and the Nabayano Shaminem. He is digging the hole of his government. Now, many MPs no almost so. Omo yes ade no omo de nyina ahwamo MPs na omo ko sorry ya say yi omanpanyi kanofrata omo sa akoyo a omanpanyi ka che omo so mani IMF program matiase no omo de nyina ahwamo Kwame moni omanpanyi akufado e meeting okukom say mo sere no ompam kanofrata mamo o hwe manim ka mu MPs na nim ka kire mo say time ana kanofrata e de ne data bank e bo na opposition no na mo wey. No, that is what the MPs are saying. The MPs went to a press conference.
But it's a banda MP banda, but on another Kasa say, on another Susu say,
these are some of the things their own MPs have told us in confidence. But the point is, when the Pana could in Komokum, and the Nipana catcher must say, Nipano, you know, because time within the data bank of one no money. A who before na mama de babontin be your press conference say money the partner council when you can write down you know and you say when you won't participate in government business na say the partner money no press conference wo kokko money didi matem no say the partner frebo say opamocho money we IMF program we answer na wo come say you I mean what is the sense in this inti a say ade no mo yero mo kasa no they've acted in bad faith
but when you Martin people say can celebrate you mo Fiso mabwa say a kebi mami kebi abemumu kina by exposing the president.
And I make say Bible say original so funtum that they no ordane nani hwe ne che no mfata nyame ahenim. No mo ye na ye pa. E dina so ko mo ye ko hodu na wie ye. Bibo mo ko ye du ye ne de onko ma start crank ye.
Wow.
In the same some person on be say e bo mabaso de a. Omo form ntuma nko bo minority na no. No mo pass that vote of censure against Iraqan Forata. And Kwame, let me make this quick point. Kwame, Speaker of Parliament, Ira Urban Bagbin. Kwame, Mijidi said, Nyankopon share that no my speaker like that, a speaker like Urban Bagbin in this moment. Because Kwame, say yeah nanka yekunya Speaker of Parliament to be from the ruling government, Kwame Nkasami nkayu. Yedi Ankasamri and kai Michael Kwe, one of this vote of censure motion in Koya, and Kotwatini baby, Kobe rejected. But how a Speaker of Parliament admitted our motion quickly? Amass counting has begun. By 10th November, there's going to be a secret ballot, a secret vote to pass a vote of censure. No? It tells you, say, Kwame, Nyankopon Shedano, my Speaker of Parliament like Urban Bagbin in this moment. Apart from that, share a Roma Bibria Ekoso on the floor of Parliament. How to say the arm of Parliament ever strongly to be able to deal with some of these things. Kwame, say nyame anya ya dom. Ana kekonya Speaker of Parliament say Michael Kwe and now from the opposition party Kasamri no. And there's nobody who is going to be there for us. Kwame, the American question say, because of someone like Aban Babintino, Amaye Nyeri say, simple, say, on passive vote of censure, no. Now say, President Kufuor sitting China won't ye Kenufrata. Mind you, the vote of censure is automatic.
Yeah. Once
the vote of censure is passed on Ken,
it's
still it's not automatic. The law says that the president may
obey to me.
It is not mandatory.
Okay.
May relieve the minister of his position. It's any compulsory. Probably say, well, Parliament, you have passed a vote of censure there, but meaning to and can understand the position. And
I was saying yes,
yeah, that is what the law says.
Because
exactly. And I'm saying, say, but you have to say you will be to say, Right Honorable Speaker Aban Babin of Parliament. In the case of passive vote of censure, no, na say anye na a koye kwano mampani so onyin tuma. Then a motion can be triggered to impeach the president himself.
Oh, okay.
And I know, say, when it comes to data, I'm happy, say, we have people like Right Honorable Aban Babin who will admit any motion that will go on the floor of Parliament to impeach President Kufuor if he fails to remove Kenufrata after that vote of censure. So, Kwame, it is important to say we bring some of these things into perspective.
But so tie mampanya when him ahoma wonam so because ahoma tie bi no nam so what dey wuche mfonya watwa che when him sa dey dey
make say he's digging his own grave. What's somebody can or two na for his government. Because you see now no say majority MPs no koka minority ne ho all passing vote of censure or Kenufrata so na when you na wobu you've lost control of your majority side of the house forever. And any action a minority said they will take, they'll gain their support. And lucky enough, impeachment proceedings, you need just 1/3 to commence it. 1/3 no so no minority no bit master it. And yet the actual vote that you need 2/3. What I say, they need some of the other side. And Kwame, Niakoi, you pass a secret ballot, any impeachment proceedings starts our parliament and a secret ballot to get at least 47 MPs from the other side to join the minority to remove President Kufuor will be an easy thing to do.
Okay, mami mongra amanfo afie mu ne amanfo anwuma mu sabre adwe da amanfo so kwa me fa so atua me masuku fees e kwa me timanya dwatre na me de ahye madwuma mu ama madwuma asore any of such person no na we expect senka and that should be beba. But based on the worker, a come say she bibisa enyama. I mean to the sense say so baby crampo mampani na ni ache say look you say sika ni memo and say no yeah the 20 be ba be kan one. Does it not in any way give an indication say would anya bia crowd mampani no pe kwan ahodoa obefa so aboabo sika no na e normal ya pede no wetimi dia e.
Mampani has lost touch with reality. Or no mampani prior to ne cabinet retreat call weekend.
Yeah, that no I brown shoe no about suit no.
One your friend is saying. One or your stakeholder engagement. Any good for traders, for those stakeholders. A dear back one age the full be son. So one penny for the bay. And they say, Oko Porter. The exchange rate near the calculated duty were porter. And no. Because they be a and also a contributing factor to inflation. Because any stable in terms of businesses, traders, so they can't plan their expenditures. And now because you say the port dollar rate AN 9.8. The next day, the next week over you say 10.2. The next week over you say 11. Into traders no catch also man penny. Per gate, the exchange rate our port import duty rate pegging the dollar at a particular rate for them from now to the end of the year. It is from say 10 cedis only are to 10 cedis and cost will be 10 cedis per for $1. You calculate your duty from now to the end of the year. Kwame, yes, you have stabilized commodity prices because more prices no ends duties the duties are the same from now to the end of the year. So you stabilize the market and you bring inflation under control. What did we suffer? It shows that Omanye Kasa himself does not understand the problem he's confronted with. Until problem nase. Eti wotia property tax and the day. Samuel Kase, who can afford you property tax now? He has a very myopic understanding of the problem.
Hey.
Very, very myopic, short-sighted understanding of the problem. Oh, no. Kuntain na profwa kese.
With all the solid team, no.
Profwa kese. Kwame nenya
sema. Eti meet ya kese omoye nyina enu ani.
Kwame nenya sema. Anka obi akomdi ya Yesu. Beka biche ni akomanto njema obeka French. Obi akomdi na ote French. So the Ghana fo abegina say l'argent de prix. L'argent n'aime pas de prix.
N'aime pas de prix.
No, abusio kind spare parts and the business you go no. How does that affect him?
PDD. Speculation.
Speculation. Time on.
The agree boo.
Kwame speculation started free ne. Is end me say Omanye Kasa problem on here. Because Kwame, the exchange rate market everywhere in the world is full of speculation. Speculation is what determines what runs the market. It's speculation. And now speculation started Omanye Ekufuado Abreso. Speculation has always been there.
Yeah.
Forex traders dwell on speculation.
Yeah.
Enti French akese ni
wabra wokasano His Excellency Zampi Yali watchma address bibi so say Dr. Baumia in 2012 or tracing on Twitter so say the government is blaming speculators for the fall in the cedi instead of tackling its depreciation.
That's the point I'm saying. Speculation and starting and feel woman Omanye Kufuado Abreso. You see? But the problem they say, Kwame, Nkofo bebre Abino a sponsor campaign to shift the blame from Abino to Ghanaians.
Really?
Yes. Nancy one who know your friend is saying, let there be a free office of the chief of staff by. Say
radio stations, MFDCs, Mama
Abino sa Echesika
CEOs
at a high Nkofo just to create the impression say I'm a Ghana for an equity.
But I bet you that's a baby. I mean, yeah, and you said it's
no, but you see, but Kwame, in the larger conversation in the media, you know how important the voice or the larger conversation in the media is to ordinary people. But Kwame, Abino is sponsoring some of these narratives. Say problem no, a ready for speculators, a Ghana for need the dinner problem no, Kwame. Problem I face is say has nothing to do with Ghanaians. Problem if you say a nipa baako pe na create problem yetim nyina ye kanu for yata. Wono pe na create sa problem yi.
So the Kwame
Kwame me say wono
he decide what economic management team na ye dey asoma no.
Kanu for yata na ono on the bigger problem. So Mampenyi epe bibi obi etunefo accept blame na you should put it on Ken Ofori-Atta. Because Kwame, Ken Ofori-Atta single-handedly has destroyed Ghana's economy in a way that will take the country at least 20 years to recover. And let me show you how he did it. 3 things. Number 1, the collapse of banks. When we say banks say you go in 2018 and Ghana for Monte say, you see, and who's in Sanson and who is say no. It eroded confidence away from the system, collapsed the entire financial sector. The financial sector now the backbone of the economy, the engine of the economy was saying erode capital. Corruption. Take the Auditor General's report and see how much or no kwa de bank or bobosia no agency one kese conflict of interest kese na Ken Ofori-Atta edi. Then financial misreporting. Ken Ofori-Atta or call IMF say or the figures say kwa economic data Ken Ofori-Atta dey call parliament ni different from data of the IMF. They be I want to come na 2018 2019 IMF for be catch and say Ken Ofori-Atta catch IMF one say your deficit 3.0 in 2018 and 3.4 in 2019. Say what? Okay, na IMF for no. Actually, krata. At the on website to say Ghana, your actual deficit is 7.0 in 2018 and 7.4 in 2019 because Parliament has passed law say government must not go beyond a 5% deficit. You know, even when he overspends the deficit,
make a fiscal discipline.
Fiscal deficit, no. Even when yes, fiscal responsibility
act, yeah.
Even when he overspend the deficit, he tried to create the impression say we are still under the deficit. Nancy IMF for Batawi was up with IMF control. Say your GDP at the beginning of the year or projected say your GDP was going to end at 509 billion. What's up with the IMF phone say our GDP is now 590 billion, not 509, 590 billion. We are not the 590 billion GDP. No, you never go
it is Mami and say, "I my any that's yes, any that's one.
Let me finish this point. Very, very important.
Make it a quick one.
No, we know or the calculating and debt to GDP ratio near 68%. I catch the IMF when they say your debt to GDP ratio no form. You had debt restructuring. And no man penye kufa renra. O man penye kufa do abe jina so catch the Ghana for say our investments are not going to be touched. They are not going to touch bond. Government securities and bondholders are going to be free from any haircut. Yeah. See, let me tell you the truth. Well, President Akufo-Addo, you believe the president at your own risk because the economic data he is basing on to make that assumption that government securities and bonds are not going to receive a haircut, is flawed, is fake from Kenufrata. It's fake data because 590 billion of the calculated debt to GDP ratio is 68%. The real debt to GDP ratio is over 90%. So the IMF is going to do a debt restructuring, and the IMF have already told us say any debt restructuring is going to cover at least 90% of all total government creditors.
You say this with confidence because IMF.
Yes.
I can't see my back.
Yes.
Mami and that's what.
Kwame, and that's one. Kwame. The Omanye Capsules the can and that's one. In fact,
the Mahama Zaka and that's when
so on your president.
Okay, so person your president.
On your president, Mahama your president say 2 years now can and that's so bien. In fact, Kwame, for what is worth, things are going to get worse.
About me away,
Kwame, things are going to get worse. You know why? Because now the debt restructuring that is going to happen next few weeks, IMF back to town.
Yeah.
Going to do what we call the final assessment ahead of a debt restructuring. Kwame, adia bako Omanye Kufa ne Kenufrata. Edia be kasa debt restructuring basket no pensions. Kwame, debt pension funds are also going to be receive those haircuts.
But my pennies and count.
Kwame, you believe? I say you believe a penny.
Was it Momo Sabu to Futrogu a month when you so hear him?
Kwame, you believe on my penny?
I didn't mean to
Kwame, you see, me the main case Jimmy. Kwame, me main case Jimmy. But Nipa no beka asem ne kire wo no. Nipa no atena power for 5 years. Into one him to we twa from 2017. Yes, we go here. Some Nipa we na beka kire say we won't go to IMF today or tomorrow. We are a sovereign nation and the fundamentals are strong. We can manage our own internal affairs. Enya wo mo. Some Nipa we say beka kire say your bonds, your securities and your pensions are not going to receive a haircut. Kwame, you believe that person at your own risk. The point I'm making is there's a huge financial sector crisis coming up. What we need, what when you say, Enra, your friend is saying, EcoBank, actually, among customers, EDC fund holders, they've started receiving haircut. Stanbic Bank, bond holders, they've started receiving haircut.
Right.
And other commercial, they've started receiving haircut now, starting point before the debt restructuring. So when they start, it's even going to be worse. Kwame, what is missing in this economy is confidence. But Enra or Mampenyi failed to give us any hope. And once confidence continues to wane in this shuttled economy, things can only get worse.
But I say, Mensa Thompson, one of that ASEPA, one out in Ghana pay, job as power 97.9, my crado, warm up or year with children, years and natures and idea, or Babomania papa with power. wo eye dwabase dwumadie yi so Dr. Kasiebo Atoforsen obeba be che se ye be yi ayibone anase ye nyanyi ayibone ze de na mampanyi e ka no nra no ye bete nke ochano pa e o dwabase o power 97.9 within the Prince Kwame Minka chira nyame ya adoma ye be se sha bye bye.